Hey guys, I got a brand new wrestling forum over at BrendenPlayz.com that I would love for you guys to sign up to. Come join in the discussion about wrestling, video games, YouTube, movies, sport, TV, and a hell of a lot more. The link to the forum is in the description down below. Alrighty guys, it is BrendenPlayz. We are here with another massive edition of WWE 2k14 Universe Mode. This is a big week in terms of the Elimination Chamber, because this week we find out who is the final participant in the Elimination Chamber match. And this match that I've got planned for you guys is probably something you're not expecting. And there's been a lot of discussion going on in recent episodes, so let's get straight into it though. As we have the Shield, they're going to take on the team that we just newly named Truth and Consequences. John Cena will take on Kane. They are both participants in the Elimination Chamber. Cena qualified, Kane qualified last week by beating Bray Wyatt. Triple threat match. Former Divas Champion Summer Rae, Oksana, Brie Bella. Tag team match. Punjabi Cobra, who I think got a big victory the other week on Smackdown. They're going to take on the Awesome Riders. And CM Punk with Randy Orton in his corner is going to take on The Rock. Now you go back to the previous a couple of weeks ago on Raw, The Rock actually attacked CM Punk and Rob Van Dam after the match. CM Punk is wanting some revenge. And this is the Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. RVD, Big E Langston, United States Champion, Bray Wyatt, Curtis Axel. Two guys who had an opportunity and failed, and two guys who are up-and-coming stars, and they're going to get their shot. So Big E and Curtis Axel, they just started a bit of a feud. On main event, you have to go back to where Big E actually lost to Curtis Axel. So what will happen there? So tag team match. The Shield, they defeat Truth and Consequences. It's a big victory for them. As Cena and Kane, both participants of the Chamber. John Cena, he's getting momentum. Can we see him win the Elimination Chamber? There's a lot of talk in Universe Mode recently about Cena, especially on the forums. Oksana wins triple threat. Awesome Riders, they knock off Punjabi Cobra. We're going to play the CM Punk match, and we're going to play the main event match. So this is a big matchup right here. The Rock and Randy Orton, they will face off at the Elimination Chamber one-on-one. If The Rock wins, he will main event WrestleMania 30 instead of Randy Orton. But if Randy Orton wins, The Rock will be vanished. He will be gone from this company, never to return. Will The Rock beat Randy Orton? I have no idea, but I tell you what, it's going to be one hell of a fight. And Randy Orton, he's the Smackdown general manager, you got to remember that, and he's just coming out here to give a bit of a close-up look. I mean, maybe he and Punk, both have issues with The Rock, so Punk said, okay, whatever, sure, you can join me outside the ring here, I don't mind at all. So I think it works for the both of them, I suppose, as here is The Rock. This could be one of his final matches here on Universe Mode. He probably didn't think he had to have another match. He probably thought his last match would be at the Elimination Chamber. But he's going to have maybe one, at least, maybe even 2 or 3 matches before the Elimination Chamber. So, certainly probably didn't think he'd have to have any one-on-one matches on Raw leading into the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, which was what I was trying to say. As CM Punk and The Rock are going to get it on. Who are we going to play as? We'll play as Punk. So, this should be a good one. And later on, the Elimination Chamber, the final match before we decide who our 6 participants will be. So this is what we have thus far. The WWE Champion Brock Lesnar. The former WWE champions in John Cena and CM Punk. The man who just faced Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Kane, the Big Red Monster, and the man who had to beat the Olympic gold medalist, the legend himself, Kurt Angle. That is Daniel Bryan, who defeated Kurt Angle on Raw and got himself in the Elimination Chamber. So Daniel Bryan had a second chance. RVD and Bray Wyatt are both getting second chances. So this is going to be very interesting to see later on. But The Rock, he's not going to be a part of that match. CM Punk will be, so he needs a big victory here. If CM Punk beats The Rock, then CM Punk will have to be one of the favorites, I believe, coming into the Chamber, because, in recent weeks, he hasn't really been good. Sorry, I probably should say recent months. Ever since probably, I don't know, Night of Champions, he's kind of really slid off. He's really struggled to get back to the top, and he has just been lingering around, not really accomplishing too much, not really getting what he needed done. and he's probably very frustrated that he hasn't been able to get himself back in the main event. But obviously a 6-man Elimination Chamber match, 6 guys are going to be in the main event, so it gives an opportunity for everyone on the roster really to get themselves in this match and get themselves an opportunity at the title. So The Rock, he's not going to be in this one, but I can tell you this, he's going to need this victory over Punk as well. If he can beat Punk, that'll send a little message to Randy Orton, because Randy Orton's there right now. He's on the apron right now, so The Rock is going to be up close and personal as Punk takes down The Rock. He's going to be up close and personal to Randy Orton, who is the GM. Obviously, Randy Orton's not going to be competing in any matches anytime soon. He's going to go into the Elimination Chamber fresh, and he said himself that he's not capable. He can't compete in any singles matches unless, you know, it's The Rock. He just can't get himself to do it. As Punk's going for that elbow, he hits it off the top rope. That's a big, massive maneuver. He could be looking to put The Rock to sleep right now. Here we go. Can The Rock stay alive? He's in big trouble here early on. Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh, going to sleep. Look at that. Right in the skull. That has got to be it. The Rock has got to be out cold. CM Punk has got to beat the People's Champ. 2. Oh! The Rock is kicked out at 2 against CM Punk's GTS. Randy Orton can't believe it. He's on top of the apron. I can't believe it. Are you kidding me? So Punk, he's going to have to do a little bit more to knock off The Rock right here. And The Rock's career is on the line, and I don't know, I think The Rock may be just a situation where he doesn't care anymore. You go back to a couple of weeks ago where he did lay out CM Punk and RVD. You gotta remember, those were the 2 guys on his Survivor Series team. Where pretty much where he lost that Survivor Series match, that was the true downfall of The Rock. We knew that he couldn't beat Brock Lesnar, okay, but maybe he could assemble the team together to knock down the Authority another notch, but he couldn't do that. And then he couldn't beat Triple H. Then he couldn't win the Royal Rumble. Maybe he can't beat Randy Orton. So his whole situation with the Authority just continues to spiral downwards in The Rock's favor, because he just hasn't been able to get the big victory as Punk off the top rope, taking down The Rock. Another cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2.5. The Rock stays alive again. So ever since Survivor Series, where it was RVD, CM Punk, The Rock in a match against Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, where The Rock's team lost, The Rock has really struggled to get himself going ever since. So I think The Rock maybe laying out CM Punk and RVD was just kind of a going away present in a way. I mean, hey, look, you screwed me over. You couldn't help me get what I needed done, so screw you. This is what, I'm just about to probably leave the company in a couple of weeks. Before I go, I'm going to make sure my voice is heard. It's probably a bit of a situation like that as Punk, he's looking to stay alive in this one. There's blood everywhere. And Punk is going up top again. Looking to hit that elbow. Oh, he connects right to the heart of The Rock. The Rock's in big, big trouble. What is Punk thinking about doing here? Uh-oh. Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice. Rock is going to have to tap. He does. CM Punk too strong, too good for The Rock here on Monday Night Raw. That's a big victory for CM Punk there. He needed that one, Punk. I think, Punk coming into the Elimination Chamber, yes, we knew he was, we knew he's got the potential. He was already a former WWE Champion in Universe Mode. He held the championship for only about a month. Couldn't beat John Cena at Extreme Rules for the title, but, he has been champion before. He has been on top before, so we know CM Punk has all the potential to be a top guy, but he just hasn't been able to do it in recent months. So maybe this is the start of something better for CM Punk. And there you go. Randy Orton might be looking to congratulate CM Punk here. And he does. So he's... Hang on. Oh! Randy Orton taking down CM Punk. Well, thanks very much for taking him down. I don't really care about you. You got my business done. Now I'm just going to move on. And he just takes down CM Punk like he doesn't give a damn. Wow. Randy Orton, the GM... He doesn't give a damn about nobody. And he's taking down CM Punk. Gets his dirty work done for him. Rock didn't want to Randy Orton didn't want to compete against The Rock himself. Gets CM Punk to do it for him. Punk beats The Rock, and Randy Orton lays him out for it. And here you can see RVD. He's coming out for this Elimination Chamber pay-per-view qualifying matchup. It will be RVD, this man, Bray Wyatt. Now, if you're wondering why there is no entrance music, that is my problem. I actually switched over the Bray Wyatts, and I forgot to put the music on Bray Wyatt, so that's my bad. But yes, Bray Wyatt, and then 2 wild cards being thrown into the mix. Now, we probably were not expecting Big E and Curtis Axel, to get himself a shot in this match. But hey, that's the beauty of Universe Mode. You never know who's going to be in what match, and this is a good opportunity for Big E and Curtis Axel. But it's going to be interesting to see if Big E qualifies. There probably won't be a US title match, or maybe there will be, and Big E is going to have to double up on the show, maybe against Curtis Axel, who you probably could say is the number one contender after beating Big E on main event on the last episode of Universe Mode. So that's going to be very interesting to see, but we'll have to wait and see if Big E actually does qualify. It's going to get through RBD, Bray Wyatt, and the man who holds a victory over him, and better than perfect, Curtis Axel. So here he is, Curtis Axel. He wanted an opportunity, and he's going to get one. He was complaining that he wasn't being utilized properly here on Universe Mode, so he got an opportunity at the United States Champion. He beat the United States Champion, so he's being rewarded because of that victory here tonight in an opportunity to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. That, to me, if you don't consider that being quote-unquote pushed, then what can you consider? So Curtis Axel is getting his opportunity right now, but it's a matter of can he make the most of the opportunity that he's been given here on Universe Mode. Can he actually knock off RVD, Bray Wyatt, and Big E in the same match to qualify for the Elimination Chamber? This is a fatal 4-way match, ladies and gentlemen, so this is going to be one hell of a match. Like I stated before, RVD and Bray Wyatt both had opportunities, and they both lost. So, very interesting situation right here. So, of course, CM Punk, he defeated Rob Van Dam. Kane defeated Bray Wyatt. So, a lot of you guys are saying, look, Brendan, you got to give these guys who lost another opportunity. Daniel Bryan got another shot. He qualified. But unfortunately for RVD and Bray Wyatt, they're not going to get an easier opportunity like Daniel Bryan did. Well, I wouldn't say facing Kurt Angle is very easy, but they're not going to get a one-on-one situation. They're going to get a fatal 4-way situation. So they still have a second chance, which I think is important. So here we go with Curtis Axel. He's taking down Big E, the man. He probably wants to take that US title off. But hey, if Curtis Axel qualifies for the Elimination Chamber, he's going to be thinking bigger than that. He could actually be the WWE Champion walking out of the Elimination Chamber. Wouldn't that be crazy? Nobody would ever predict Curtis Axel would be the WWE Champion heading into WrestleMania. Hell, Curtis Axel could main event WrestleMania. If you want to talk about getting an opportunity, there's no bigger opportunity than that. So everything is on the line for somebody like Curtis Axel, who has not been achieving much on Universe Mode. This is a great chance for him to show everybody what he can do. And the same goes for Bray Wyatt and a Big E. I mean, RVD, he's already had an opportunity at the WWE Championship before. At TLC, he had a shot at Brock Lesnar. He lost, and he had another opportunity to get himself in the Royal Rumble match, which he couldn't do because Brock Lesnar beat him again. So RVD, I think the only probably chance he's got at ever winning the championship is if he takes on Brock Lesnar in a non-one-on-one matchup, and that's probably going to be the case with a lot of these guys. I don't think a lot of these guys are capable of beating Brock Lesnar one-on-one. So Elimination Chamber match, I think, is really the one match that could be the downfall of Brock Lesnar's title reign, which makes it so good because you have the Elimination Chamber for WrestleMania. It is the ultimate hurdle to overcome before heading into the big show. Obviously, every champion wants to main event WrestleMania. Every champion wants to walk into WrestleMania as the champion. But it's so difficult to get there because you have to make it through the Elimination Chamber to get there. It's going to be the same over on Smackdown for Ryback, who's been dominating the division as well. And, he won the championship at Hell in a Cell back in October. Now he's going to be a situation where heading into Elimination Chamber, he's got a few solid months of a title reign behind him. He really has been impressing over on SmackDown, but he also could not walk into WrestleMania as the champion because he could lose his Elimination Chamber match as well, because he doesn't have to be, I mean, yes, he has to be pinned, but it's a situation where if he comes in at number 1, he's going to have to outlast 5 other guys for the full length of time. It's really going to be a luck of the draw for the champions, whether or not they do walk out still the champions. So very, very interesting times at WrestleMania, at the Elimination Chamber, heading in towards WrestleMania as Axel, he's going for a pinfall on RVD. He's got his foot on the ropes, trying to get a bit of a leverage there, but RVD still able to kick out. What's RVD thinking about doing here? Oh! He kicks Axel straight in the skull. He's going for a cover. Big E, he'll break it up. Only a 2 count as we getting very interesting now in this matchup. It's been going for a little bit of time now. So who's going to be able to hit that big shot? Axel with a nice neck breaker taking down Bray Wyatt. Big E might be thinking big ending over there. He hits the big ending. Axel gets a 2 count. Big E, if he can pin RVD here, he may just come away with the victory. Axel's busy. Big E gets the win. He sneaks away with the victory. He pins RVD right there in the middle of the ring. Axel was busy with Bray Wyatt, and Big E has pinned Rob Van Dam, and he has qualified for the Elimination Chamber. Who would have thought Big E would be in the Elimination Chamber? That's a big victory for the US Champion. So we're going to have 2 champions in the Elimination Chamber. That is big. Well, speaking of big, it's going to be Big E. So Big E, what about this? He could walk out as the United States and the WWE Champion after the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. That is crazy. That is massive. That's huge. As Big E and RVD, well, they shake hands, and RVD respects Big E after getting the big victory. It's going to certainly elevate Big E's career. That's going to be probably the biggest victory in Big E's career here in Universe Mode, guys. That is going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, join the forums. Please do that. I really, really need some more guys on the forums, and have a great day.